I took the theme of common ground as details in architecture. Details are elements of architecture where many issues and many elements meet together. Without developing details, we really cannot construct architecture, meaning that that's where imagination intersects with the reality. That's where construction meets, technology meets, and also all the thinking philosophy of architects meets. It's a common detail, common thinking we have to do throughout all the ages in history. And I made an example of 5 American architects in relationship to my project, how I developed my detail in relationship to their detail. So in fact, it's an essence of architecture for me at the most existential, essential point of meeting of minds of architects as common ground. First one is Darwin Martin House by Frank Lloyd Wright. And then in contrast is my project, is Visitor Center for Darwin Martin House. The second one is Ludwig Mies van der Rohe's Farnsworth House. And my project is the main house for Greenberg Lee House. The third one is Philip Johnson's Glass House and a dining pavilion for Greenberg Lee House. The fourth one is Marcel Breuer, his own house in New Canaan, Connecticut, and my house, which is an addition and renovation of Marcel Breuer's its own house. And fifth one is Paul Rudolph House, Burkhardt House in Sarasota, Florida, and then Pool House, which is an addition to the Burkhardt House. This one is Frank Lloyd Wright's Darwin Martin House, and built in 1904-1906 in Buffalo, New York. It's a masonry structure, but it has steel structure which has huge cantilever, and it has light windows, which is one of many, about more than 360 windows in it. So it's the beginning of a curtain wall. And my pavilion, it's a visitor center, which sits next to it, is a contrast. So I tried to use his ideas and details, but made it contemporary by using glass as transparent materials that were opposed to brick, which is solid opaque material. And his concept is that building grows out of a ground, and I wanted to express that in glass. Therefore, literally, the glass actually grows out of the ground in my project. So there's a relationship, which is a contrast, and at the same time, there's a symbiosis. I try to really express organic architecture as its principle, how buildings are in relationship to natural environment. And I have made a contemporary version of organic architecture, which does contain sustainability. This is incredibly energy efficient building and also promotes daylighting. So I updated his principles early 20th century into 21st century. My style is contemporary, minimalist, but also being Japanese, who's educated and lived in America, there's certain simplicity and frugality of American architecture, especially traditional architecture, I have a lot of affinity to. And idea of simple, elegant forms, and also serving many different functions, and giving people a sense of serenity and calmness is something I think is basically my style.